Hi guys, hope everyone's okay. So today I'm just going to talk about one of my lovely subscribers wants me to talk about the different connections like soulmate, twin flame, karmic, all that bullshit. And you know what, I thought it's something that I've wanted to do for a bit, to be honest with you. So I thought, why not talk to the collective about my experience with twin flame connections. And you know, this is just my interpretation of things, how I read as a reader. You know, every psychic reads different. Every psychic gets different messages. You know, the way I read tarot won't be the same as anybody else. Everybody else reads tarot completely different. Okay, so I'm not saying that I'm right and other readers are wrong. All I'm saying is this is my interpretation, my downloads that I get from my guides and my situation that I've got going on as well. So like the video, I've just seen 111. So I've got myself a coffee. So I thought, right, why not talk to the collective about this? So feel free to join in the conversation, comment on anything. You know, this is a platform where I want you to be able to speak freely, talk about your situations and things like that. Know that I fully understand what you're going through, because I'm fucking going through it too. You know, this was the whole reason why I made this platform, was to help you, you know, through your journeys and whatever else that you've got going on. So I want you to feel safe. You know, I want you to be able to express to me, and I know a lot of you do. And the interactions with the videos is just so overwhelming. Like, you're just so lovely. I couldn't have asked for a better soul family. And I am loving helping each and every one of you, like, on your journey. I really am. You know, I'm meeting loads of new people, like interacting with loads of you, and it's just amazing. It really is amazing. So like I said, give the video a like on the way in. Obviously, if you don't want to like listen to this, then that's absolutely fine. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about my experience with my twin flame, with my mirrored soulmate, and what these actual different connections mean, because it might help you think, oh, well, that sounds like me. So then when you do watch the readings, you might think, oh, that really sounds like my connection. Or you can just pinpoint little things, you know. So I'm babbling. Right, okay. So first one out, we've got the Magician and the High Priestess, okay? So the Magician is number 1. Okay, he's number 1 in the tarot. The High Priestess is number 2. All right. For me, as a reader, these are my original twin flames. Okay, 1 and 2. Okay, this is a spiritual connection, a very, very spiritual connection. This, for me, is the kind of... Now, it doesn't have to be a twin flame. This could be like a really strong spiritual soulmate that you deal with as well. But for a lot of the times, I read this as twin flames. Now, not everybody is a twin flame. This is divine masculine and divine feminine energy. Okay, the Magician and the High Priestess and the Emperor and the Empress are divine masculine and divine feminine connections. Okay. So for me, like the Magician and the High Priestess is a very, very spiritual connection. So I'll talk about with, like, because all of you know, like, whoever follow me, you know I resonate under the High Priestess. Okay, so the High Priestess is usually somebody that is a psychic. She's a healer. Okay, she's very, very intuitive. She's a little bit mysterious. People like don't really know, like, she can be a bit secretive. So she's got that presence about her where people you know, they're very, very intrigued by her. You know, and she's a divine feminine energy. She's very, very alluring to people. Okay. Now, for me, she matches the Magician. Okay. So when I met my Magician, okay, so the Magician I deal with is my original twin flame. Now, I thought that the Emperor was my original twin flame, but it's not. Now, in my situation, the mirroring in the twin flame and the mirrored soulmate are just fucking uncanny. Like, there's such similar connections. Now, some of you might think, I've got a twin flame, but it might not be. It could be a mirrored soulmate. And trust me, even I struggle with it. And I'm psychic. I struggle to be like, which one's fucking which? So, I met these two individuals around about the same time. I met my mirrored soulmate and I met my masculine around about, like, the same time. Okay, my twin flame around about the same time. So, usually for me, the twin flame, what twin flame represents for me is, twin flames is you are the same soul, but you're split into two people, okay? So half of you is this high priestess, half of you is the magician, all right? Now, usually, when you incarnate on earth, twins will, your souls will be searching for each other, and you'll eventually your paths will cross. So when I met my masculine, when I met my twin flame, this kicked off a spiritual awakening in me. Now, I always knew that I was psychic. I always knew that I had thoughts and feelings that were a little bit more than what other people had, but I sat on it for a long time. But then when I met my masculine, it was like, whoa, like the downloads that I was getting. So my twin flame kicked off a spiritual awakening in me, which allowed me to be come on this path as a high priestess to help you. So my mission as a twin flame was to become a high priestess and to talk to the collective and heal the collective about, you know, twin flames and healing humanity and lifting the vibration of you know, the, humanity, basically. Now, usually, the masculine in the connection is a little bit slower on the uptake. So he might feel the same things as what this high priestess feels. But because there's usually the feminine is more usually like spiritually in tune and spiritually in touch, she can kind of understand these thoughts and these feelings more than what the masculine can. So the masculine will feel all these intense feelings and he tends to run away. Okay, he'll tend to run away from it because it freaks him out. It's like, oh my God, I've never felt things like this before, and it freaks him out and he runs away. Now, eventually, he does come back because I believe that true twin flames have a joint mission. Okay, so there'll be you will be in the healing community in some way, and so will your twin. So there'll be some way where you have a joint mission in life, like whether this is through your job or whatever it is. You will have a joint mission in life to heal humanity, okay? Now, a common misconception with twin flames is that all twin flames are going to get together in the end, and it's not. They don't. You know what I mean? They don't. A lot of the times you meet your twin because it mirrors back to you all the things, like your shadow side and the things that you need to work on, and you do the same with them. So usually the feminine, the one that's more open to things, the one that's more spiritual, she will do the work and go on her path. But the masculine, like I said, is a little bit slower on the uptake. Now, eventually, he might go on his path to do what he needs to do to heal humanity, but that doesn't always mean that his twin's going to be around. You know, she can go off and meet other people. Because we've all got, like, loads of soulmates. Not everybody's got a twin flame, but everybody's got soulmates, and you've got hundreds of soulmates. You don't just have one, okay? So the magician and the high priestess are my original twin flames. This is a very, very spiritual connection. This is a connection where you will meet up on the 5D. You'll dream about each other. Usually it kicks off the spiritual awakening, okay? Then you've got these two here. You've got the Emperor and you've got the high priestess. Now, the Empress is number 3. The Emperor is number 4. So can you see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So usually, the Emperor and the Empress, I call these my 3D twin flames. So these two are my 5D twin flames. These are my 3D twin flames. Now, I truly believe that you have to go through 1 and 2 to get to 3 and 4. This is how I interpret it. So you have to meet up in the 5D. You have to have this spiritual awakening with your masculine or whatever. This is if we're talking about twin flames. I'll talk about soulmates separately. But this is if it's a twin flame. If this is a twin flame, you need to do 1, 2 to get to 3, 4. So it needs to manifest in the 5D before it can come down into the 3D and become the Emperor and the Empress. Because these are like what's on earth. All right, this is more in the 5D spiritual realm. This is in like this is what you see, and this is physically what's happening. So we've got the Empress. You know, the Empress is somebody, she's very beautiful. She's all the queens in the tarot rolled into one. So all these queens, Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Wands. She's all the queens in the tarot rolled into one. She's the Queen of Queens. Okay, so she's beautiful, she's kind, she's nurturing, she's that mother energy, she's that mother earth energy. Okay, the kind, the nurturing, you know, the caregiver. She's all them qualities. Okay, and then we've got the Emperor, who is a leader. You know, she's the mother, he's the father. The Emperor can represent like an older person, like so can the Empress, to be honest with you, like the Empress can as well. This is like somebody that's quite established. He's, you know, he's usually a provider, he's a protector, he's a father. But he can also be a little bit stubborn. Like the Emperor can be a little bit stubborn. He can be like quite stuck in his ways and quite rigid. But in terms of like, if you're dealing with this as a twin flame situation, this needs to happen before this needs to happen, to put it in like simple, like basic bitch tarot. All right, this is basic bitch tarot. All right, just take it like basic bitch tarot. So this has to happen before this can happen. Okay, that's for twin flames. Now, for those of you that do have like a spiritual connection or a mirrored soulmate, which is very, very similar to a twin flame. Now, a mirrored soulmate is somebody that you have a very, very similar vibration to. So, and it's also got the same vibration as a twin flame, and that's why it's very, very hard to like separate the two. This is the issue that I've got, because I've got a twin and I've got a mirrored soulmate. And one week I'm like, yeah, that's my twin and that's my mirror. And then the week after I might be like, no, that's my twin and that's my mirror. Honest to God, it's literally like that all the time. And Spirit are like in a little bit of a running joke with me at the minute. Like, I've gone to readers myself, and readers will actually say to me that Spirit will not let them know which one is which until I figure it out myself. And that's happened with a couple of readers that I've been to. So Spirit are like, no, it's part of your growth and it's part of my journey to know which one is which and figure it out. So that's something that I need to do on my journey. I need to figure it out. So a mirrored soulmate is somebody that's it's very, very similar like vibration. Now, you might find that it's a lot like a twin flame. Like, the similarities between this Emperor and the Magician, so to speak, in my situation, like, I can't talk about the similarities because this is a public platform, and not that I think that these people watch me. I don't think they would watch, like, tarot. I'd love it if they did, but I don't think that they would. But I can't risk talking about the similarities because, you know, like I said, this is a public platform and it's private to me. It's my situation, you know. I'll share things to a certain degree, but, you know, you got to respect my privacy as well, you know what I mean? So, a mirrored soulmate. So, yeah, like, so you can have, like, the Magician and the High Priestess and the Emperor and the Empress can be soulmates as well. Very, very strong soulmates, okay? Usually this is like a power couple energy. So this is like a soulmate where you'll, like where you work together and you're literally like a power couple. You know, you could be in the public eye. You know, like Beyonce and Jay-Z kind of vibes, to use it as an example. Do you know what I mean? It's that kind of energy that these two kind of situations are. If it's a soulmate, you know, it's a power couple. So it's very, very intense. So even sometimes if you might see the Magician and the High Priestess and the Emperor and I might be like, oh, this is your twin flame. If you don't resonate on that journey, that's fine. It's still your soulmate. It's still a soul connection. You know what I mean? It's just the way Spirit give me my messages to relay to you. Okay. So then we've got the other soulmate. So we've got like, so we'll talk about the Two of Cups, okay? So the Two of Cups is a soulmate card. Soulmate card. So's the Six of Cups, okay? So the Two of Cups for me, like, represents union, okay, like in the 3D. So this is like when you get to this Emperor and Empress stage and you're ready to come into union with your twin. But then you've got the Six of Cups, which talks about past lives. Now, I feel like the Six of Cups goes more with this Magician and the High Priestess, because this is something like what you've probably experienced many past lives with this spiritual connection that you've got, the 5D, like soulmate, so to speak. But these two are both like soulmate cards. So's the Lovers. You know, the Lovers is a soulmate card. So like this can just like represent union, like unions come in, like the Two of Cups, just like the Sun and the Moon do as well. And then you've got the Six of Cups, which is reconciliation, but it also talks about past lives. So these are like connected, and then you've got like the Four of Wands as well, where you'll always send like 1111, make a wish. So the twin flame is like, if you think on the original, let's see if I've got, I should have lifted it out actually. On the original Four of Wands, it's like, it's the marriage card, okay? So and it's a union of two people. It's a union of masculine and feminine. Watch it be right at the bottom, me and I. There it is. Oh no, it's not. Four of Wands. It's Three of Wands, sorry. Telling you, watch it be the last card. There it is. Four of Wands. So like, can you see? Can you see on these Four of Wands, it looks like 1111. 1111, and 1111 is a twin flame number. So that's why I always say 1111, make a wish when you see the Four of Wands. So these are all like representations of twin flames and soulmate connections. You know, the Two of Cups is a soulmate connection. The Four of Wands is a twin flame connection. The Six of Cups is a soulmate connection. The Lovers is a soulmate connection. So then we've got like the different suits. So we've got Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio with the King and Queen of Cups. So usually the King of Queen of Cups can represent, like I said, a water sign, but I'm not one of them readers that get hung up on the signs. Like, I'm more about the message rather than the signs that resonate, because I just feel like if this, like, I could do a reading for Sagittarius. This is why I don't do signs. I could do a reading for Sagittarius, but someone with, like, I don't know, Virgo placements might need to hear that Sagittarius reading. But because I've put Sagittarius on it, the Virgo might not watch it unless they've got Sagittarius placements. So do you get what I mean? That's why I choose to do collective readings, because for me as a reader, it's the message that's the most important, not the sign. So that's why I don't focus on signs. And there's nothing wrong with readers that focus on signs. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's just I don't tend to do that. So the King and Queen of Cups is like water. So, you know, this is like I said, Cancer, Pisces and Scorpio. This is water sign. So this, like, King and Queen of Cups for me is a couple that love each other unconditionally. Okay, there's a lot of emotions. You know, there's somebody that will talk about their emotions, will express their emotions. Okay. And then we've got the King. So this, like, when I see these two together, this represents for me unconditional love between the both of you. This is like a soulmate where there's unconditional love, okay, between the both of you. Then we've got the King and Queen of Swords. Now, in my readings, the King and Queen of Swords, the way my spirit guides will point out that there's a situation is karmic, it's usually with the King and Queen of Swords. Now, I'm not saying So this is earth sign energy, so no shade on the earth signs. Aquarius, Libra or Gemini, no shade on you at all. You know, the Queen of the Queen of Swords is somebody, she's very, very intelligent. She's very, very intuitive. She's actually, you know, she's actually somebody that's like, for me, I just feel like she's very, very, she wants to get to the top, and it's like she's not arsed who she tramples on to get there, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that, and like I said, there's no shade on to earth signs. It's just sometimes if I am doing a twin flame or a soulmate reading, they will give me these as because Spirit have to give me indicators to make that something psychic. Not every time that the Queen or the King of Swords comes out is the fact that it's karmic. You know, it depends on what cards come around it. So usually the Wheel of Fortune, the Devil, or sometimes it can be the Magician. You know, that can, for me as a reader, represents that it's a karmic connection. So not every time the King and Queen of Swords come out will say that it's a karmic situation. It's not that. It always depends on. So you might think, oh, every time the Queen of Swords comes out, you're saying that it's a karmic. Well, no, I'm not, because it depends on what cards are around it. If Spirit give me the clarifying cards, like I've just told you about, then yeah, it is karmic. So, but it's not always, you know. The King of Swords for me is non-committal. Okay, he's non-committal. He's not the type that will be committed in a relationship, not like this King of Cups or the King of Pentacles or the King of Wands. For me, he's a non-committal king. He's the type of person that will keep you like in friends with benefits type situations, and like I say, he'll be non-committal, like won't marry you and things like that. Now, you know, the King and Queen of Swords, like if you notice, like there's blue, this is like the Ice Queen type, Ice King and Queen. So this is like represents cold energy. This is cold energy. So that's why if they give me the King and the Queen of Swords together, this is telling me that these are cold and detached, whereas these have got unconditional love for them. These are cold and detached towards each other. So can you see how Spirit give me my messages? Do you know what I mean? So then we've got the King and Queen of Pentacles, all right? So the King and Queen of Pentacles are very much so like the Emperor and the Empress. This is the husband and the wife. You know, this is the mother and the father. The King of Pentacles is usually somebody that's is a businessman, is a leader. He's very well provided for. He'll provide for his family, okay? He will, like, you know, he'll take care of his family, he'll provide for his family, like he's that stable figure. The Queen of Pentacles, you know, she's the mother, she's the homemaker, she's the one that goes out to work but comes home and makes sure all the fucking house is in order, you know what I mean? Like, she's a bad bitch. She is a bad bitch, the Queen of Pentacles, she's the bad bitch. And this is Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. This is earth energy. So this is Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. So like I said, this represents a husband and a wife for me. So this is a husband and a wife. So this is unconditional love. You know, this is cold and detached. This is when it comes out together. This is cold and detached. This is husband and wife. You know, married, with children, financially secure, happy. Okay. And then you've got the King and Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is fire energy. So this is Aries, Leo or Sagittarius. Shout out to my fucking Queen of Wands. Gang, gang. As a lot of you know, I am a Leo moon. You know, I'm a Capricorn sun, but I'm a Leo moon. And everybody that meets me thinks I'm a Leo anyway. I'm very much so the centre of attention, like no matter where I go. I do like getting attention, and I'm not afraid to say it either. It's just the way I am. Love me or fucking hate me, I don't give a fucking shit. And that is literally the Queen of Wands energy. The Queen of Wands don't give a shit. You know, the Queen of Wands is somebody that she's a leader. She's not a follower. You know, she's influential. She's somebody that people will look up to. She's very strong. She's very fiery. She's very charismatic. She's very sexy. You know, she's the most sexiest queen out of the tarot. You know, even like the Empress. Like, don't forget the Empress is the highest, but she does have the Queen of Wands in her. You know, she's got all the traits of the queens in her. But the Queen of Wands, you know, she's fiery, she's strong, she's passionate. She will fucking get what she wants. She'll fight for what she wants. She's independent. You know, she's very, very, like, she's somebody that's, you know, she likes the dick, she likes sex, you know, and there's nothing wrong with that. Just seen 25, there's nothing wrong with that. You know, she's not afraid to express her sexuality. You know, like me, when I do my 18 plus readings, like, it doesn't bother me to express sexuality. You know, it don't bother me talking about sex. That's very much so Queen of Wands energy. And then you've got the King of Wands, which is very much so, he does mirror the Queen of Wands. You know, he's very charismatic. He's very, very good looking. Very good looking. He can be athletic, but doesn't have to be all the time. You know, it can be somebody that plays sports. You know, somebody that takes care of the body. The King of Wands make amazing step parents. They really do. Like, he would take on somebody else's kids as his own. You know, he will step up. You know, and he's a leader as well. You know, this also gives me power couple vibes as well. You know. So you can see how all the different like how I get all the different messages, like, from spirit. You know, it's like they will give me certain combos, so I know that that's what they want me to talk about. They'll give me certain combos so you can see as well, because the more you watch me, the more you'll get to know how I read and understand how I read. You know, and especially those of you that follow me religiously. You know, and your energies will get into the readings. You will know, like, which cards represent you. You know, whether it's through your sun sign, your moon sign, or whatever. You know, I know that the High Priestess is me because I'm a psychic. You know, I'm psychic, I'm intuitive. That's what the High Priestess represents. And I also know I'm the Queen of Wands because of my Leo moon. And your moon sign is your personality. It's what you present. Like, people think that I am a Leo. They think I am a Leo. They wouldn't, if somebody said to me, like, guess my star sign, they wouldn't say that I was a Capricorn. They'd say I was a Leo. Because I embody that Leo energy. I embody that Queen of Wands energy. So, you know, maybe some of you could actually look into, you know, some of you might know, especially if you follow tarot anyway, you'll probably know which represents you. You know, but if not, research it, have a look, be like, right, well, what's my sun sign, what's my moon sign? When Harmony talks about stuff, like, what card seems to resonate with me? Do you resonate as the King and Queen of Cups? You know, the kind, the nurturing, the loving, expressing their emotions. Are you the King and Queen of Swords? You know, who go after what they want, extremely intelligent, very, very intuitive. And will go after what they want. The King and Queen of Swords are usually very, very successful people. You know, the Queen of Swords, she will cut you down. She's not a queen I resonate under a lot, but I can go Queen of Swords on you. If someone fucking wrongs me, I will cut them off. I will Queen of Swords them. Cut off. Bye. See ya. I can fucking be in a room and pretend like that individual is not there. It does not fucking bother me. So once I get to that Queen of Swords, you know, because there's a bit of everybody, all these queens, there's a bit of me in everybody. In all of these queens, there's a bit of me. But it takes me a lot to get to that Queen of Swords energy. If I've cut you off, you know you've done something to seriously fucking hurt me or offend me. You know, or is it like, are you the mother? You know, are you someone that's got children? You know, are you married? You know, this represents a married couple. Well, they could all be married. Or are you like me? Are you like the Queen of Wands, the King of Wands? You know? No, you don't have to, like, meet, like, I'm not saying the King of Wands has to meet a Queen of Wands and they're soulmates. No, you can have a King of Cups and a Queen of Wands. They represent soulmates too. It's just the way that Spirit will give me the messages will let me know that this is a soulmate connection because they're giving it me in the same suit, if that makes sense. So even though, like, they might give me the King of Cups and the Queen of Wands, but then they'll give me the Two of Cups as well, that'll tell me that you're a soulmate. This is a soulmate for you. Because they're giving me the Two of Cups as well. Or they could give me the King of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Six of Cups. This is representing that it's a soulmate because they're giving me with a clarifying card is a soulmate. So do you get what I'm saying to you? It's that kind of energy. Or if they give me the Magician and the High Priestess, you know, and you are a twin flame, you know, they'll either give, if you're dreaming about them a lot, or whether you're the Emperor and the Empress. Like, is this somebody that you're physically interacting with at the in the 3D? Or are you just dreaming about them? So the more you get to understand, you know, the cards and what they mean and what they represent, the more you will be able to know what's your situation. You know, if you know, like, who's your card or who represents you in the tarot, like, either by looking at, like, your, like, you know, all you'd have to do is Google the Queen of Wands. You know, some of you, if you've got a fire sign placement, you know, Aries, Leo or Sagittarius, look at the traits of the Queen of Wands, look at what she represents. Does that sound like me? Or does the Queen of Pentacles sound like me? You know, you'll know in your heart who's who. You know, you don't just want to read and whoever gives you the best quality, like, traits, you'd be like, yeah, that's me. You know, that's me. If that was the case, I'd be like, yeah, I'm the Empress. I'm the most beautiful in the tarot. And, I'm the wife. I'm the one that everybody wants to marry. Well, no, actually, I'm not. You know, I'm the High Priestess because I'm a psychic. I have been a mistress. You know, she is a mistress. The High Priestess. She's a mistress. She is. She's a mistress. She's alluring, she's mysterious, she's secretive. I am that person. You know, the Queen of Wands, this is me. Like, for those of you that do get to know me, you will know that these two cards represent me. You know, so don't just be like reading the traits of all these cards and be like, oh, that's me, because it sounds the best. You have to really, really, truthfully analyse yourself and be like, what truly represents me? Which card truly represents me in tarot? You know, what represents what I'm about, what represents my experiences. You know, like, the Queen of Wands is someone that's been through shit. She's been through shit, just like the King of Wands. He's been through shit as well. So get to know, like, the tarot and get to recognise, you know, the different traits and, you know, what soulmates mean, what twin flames mean, what mirrored soulmates mean, what karmics mean, you know. And the more you do it, because the problem is, like, with collective readings, like, people need to remember, right, there's a lot of different collectives that watch my readings. Not every single reading will resonate with you. Not every single reading that I do every day will resonate with your situation. Some of them you might watch 3 on the bounce and you might be like, oh my God, they're completely my situation. Then you might watch another 2 and you might be like, oh no, she's not talking to me today. That's because there are a different group of collectives that watch my readings. And I just go with whatever energy spirit want me to talk about that day. So, you know, if something resonates with you, then it might be that spirit wanted me to talk to your collective that day. If you watch another one and you're like, oh no, that doesn't sound like my situation, it might be that I'm talking to another group of collectives. Like, don't try and make the readings fit into your situation. If you have to force it to fit, it's not your story. It's not your situation. And it's difficult as well because a lot of people, like, you do go through similar, you know, the different collectives are going through similar situations. It's just you're going through them at different times. You know, some of you, like I said, some of you might have just met your twin. Some of you might have been on your on your journey. Like, you might have just met your soulmate or your twin. Some of them you might have been known them 5 years. Some of them you might have known them 15 years. Some of you are close to union. Others of you are not. You know what I mean? So, like, just don't try and make readings, like, don't force them to fit. You know, if it's not your situation, that's fine. Try again the next day. You know, I'll you know, eventually, like, your reading will come out. If they all resonate, then we're amazing. You know what I mean? But really, really think about what I'm saying and be like, is this really my situation, or do I just want it to be my situation? You know, because you have to remember, these are general readings. It's not a personal reading. I know a lot, like, not the majority of you, because you're amazing, you support me, but you do get the odd one or two that's like, oh, this is like, you're telling me that I'm going to come into union and it's been 6 months and I've not heard from this person, and you're just all a bunch of fakes, you tarot readers. Well, look, love, it's a collective reading. It's not a personal reading. If you was getting a personal reading and someone was saying to you that you're going to come into union or you're going to get together next week, and it's been 6 months and you've not got together, then yeah, fair enough, I can see you. But you can't really project onto a collective reading, because it's collective, and two, it's general. It's general. It's not personal. So that's why sometimes it's like, I might be talking about one thing and then I might be talking about something else, and you might be like, oh no, that's not my situation. But then I might talk about something else and you're like, oh yeah, that's, you know, and this could all be in the same reading. You know, so you just have, that's why I always say, please just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I say it on every video. And the majority of you're amazing and you fucking know the score. Do you know what I mean? But there are some people out there that just fucking troll you. It's like, whatever you do, you know, you're putting free content out there, you're working your fucking ass off, and it's not fucking good enough for some people. And I don't want people like that on my channel. You know, I just want us to all be a soul family, all help each other out, you know, on the journey. You know, have this as a place where you can feel safe to talk about whatever you want to talk about. There is no fucking judgment on my channel. I don't give a shit whether you're screwing a whole fucking football team. I don't give a shit if you're fucking screwing a married man or a married woman. You know, I don't give a shit if you fancy someone that you shouldn't fancy. There's no judgment. I would never ever judge anybody. I don't kink shame anybody. You know, even in the 18 plus readings, you know, there's something that comes out and you might be like, I would never do that. We don't fucking kink shame on my channel. We don't do anything. You know, we love and we respect everybody else's situation. You know, and I would never ever, I'm not one of those readers that are like, you need to stay celibate. You need to wait for your masculine and your feminine. Because they are out there. They are out there, I'm telling you. And I'm not saying that they're wrong, but I am not the reader that will tell you to sit on your ass and fucking wait for someone. It ain't happening. It is not happening. I want to be able to empower men and women, you know, or should I say women and men, because I was having a look at my analytics the other day on YouTube. And I was actually quite shocked, because 80% of my viewers are women and 20% are men. Now, even though I don't know who's watching my videos, it doesn't tell me, like, who's watching them, because, you know, that's against, like, privacy standards. Like, anybody can watch them, but whoever are watching my readings, they must be, they're obviously men that have YouTube accounts, and they've actually said that it's a male and they're watching my videos. So I think 20% is a lot for men. Do you know what I mean? I know other readers, and they'll be like, they've got 95% women and 5% men. So the fact that I've got 80% women and 20% men, I'm really, really happy about, because I want to be able to talk to men. I want men to be able to come for readings, to be able to express themselves on readings and know that this is a safe place. So I was really, really chuffed about that. I was really, really chuffed that 20% of my viewers are men. I love it. I love it. So, yeah. So if you've stayed all this, like 40 minutes now, if you have stayed all this to the very, very end, you are a true fucking, like, fan. and I appreciate you. I really, really do. But I hope that this has given you a little bit of insight into the different connections, and how I explain what's going on, and, you know, and this, that, and the other. And, you know, feel free to comment, you know, in your situation. Like, comment it in the comment section, you know, and other people comment. You know, you don't just have to, you know, reply to other people. This is our soul family. We're here to help each other. You know, if you're all subscribed to my channel, chances are we're going through the same shit. We're going through it together, and we all help each other out. So reach out to each other. Comment on each other's things, you know. Comment to me. Write stuff to me. You know, this is what it's all about. This is the kind of platform that I wanted. I want people to be able to speak open and honestly with no shade or no shame or anything. Because that's just not what I'm like, and that's not what I'm about. And if anybody starts to fucking do that, I will block you. My block list is fucking growing on YouTube, I'm telling you. I'll fucking block you. So, but like I say, the majority of you are amazing, and you're so supportive, and I really do. I love and appreciate each and every one of you, and I love, you know, the thought of being able to get to know you all better and helping you. And like I said, as time goes on, you know, our soul family will grow and grow and grow and grow, and we'll get bigger. Okay? And eventually, I promise, I will get in front of that camera. I want to be able to. There's something I'm really, really working on. I'm not going to tell you the reasons why I'm not getting in front of this camera, because my enemies will use it against me. So I don't want to say the reasons why, but they are reasons that are personal to me. But eventually I will get in front of this camera, and I will interact with you properly, face to face. I'm going to start doing live videos as well. I just need to get shit in order, because it's hard at the minute. I work part-time, I do this, I'm a single mum, I've got my own fucking twin flame journey going on. It's a fucking lot. So hopefully, you know, once things start to settle down, I'll be able to, like, be doing lives, you know, come on face to face, and obviously interact with you properly. And that's something that I'm working on at the minute. So just know that I am working on it. Okay? So I love you all loads, and I will see you tomorrow for your daily read. All right? No, your weekend read. All right? Love you lots. Bye.